Hi people, let's do House of Bvlgari today. Let's finish this review. I've been owning this for quite some time. I just didn't get to review it. And this video actually is going to be dedicated to my good friend, Mr. Pep from Australia. His channel is called Mr. I think The Sentinel. Sorry, not Mr. The Sentinel. He's a very good friend of mine, very, as I always say, very good looking guy. And he's the one who actually made me sort of buy this indirectly, not really he told me to go and buy this joy, but he spoken of this fragrance to me in the inbox, like saying this is very close to his heart, and I always when I'm actually in two minds, like to buy a fragrance or not, like 50-50, I always look for someone's comment, somewhere I try to read, find inspiration. Is it really special to someone? So why is it so? And I got it. It's like, I didn't have to buy this because I have something very close to this, but I just always was very interested, and these are very hard to find now. So anyway, let's talk about Bvlgari Black, and let's see if I can do justice to Pep's favorite fragrance. He really loves this stuff. So this fragrance was released back in 90s. Okay, first of all, some information, and 1998 I believe. And I think Annick Menardo, one of the most decorated perfumer, she has a lot in her resume. She actually created this beautiful fragrance, and it has this another counterpart. I will talk about it a little bit, I'll do a separate comparison video. That would be actually the beautiful Midnight in Paris. These two gets often compared a lot, and I don't want to talk about Midnight in Paris today. I just want to talk about Bvlgari Black. And I saw the review of this first time, I think was Robes08 Mark's channel. I started my fragrance journey by watching a lot of his reviews, a lot of them, trust me, over and over again. And when I saw him talk about it, I saw it a couple of times, and there's like one part he kind of try to make it stand like this and keep falling, and he says, I knew it's not gonna stay like that. So anyway, I just kind of memorized the review. So anyway, let me tell you my impression on this fragrance. Is it for you? Who is it for? When is it for? Is it worth the money? Stuff like that. So Bvlgari, I own a lot of fragrance from Bvlgari. I really like the Bvlgari man line. Okay, so here you go. This fragrance, the box looks like very nice. Okay, so actually let me show you how it comes, then you'll have some idea, because it looks really nice from outside. Okay, like when you see it for the first time, it comes in a packaging like, sorry, it comes in like this. It looks very nice because Bvlgari is a jewelry company. They make a lot of jewelry, so they are very particular about their presentation. And it comes in not 100 ml, just one size, I think 75 ml. I'm not sure if it has smaller sizes, and it's pretty nice. It looks very nice from behind. Okay, you can see, and you can find some of the information here. So this one, I'm not sure if it's discontinued or not. Opens like this from here, sideways, and but it's very hard to find, and I don't know why. And it's pretty expensive compared to before. It used to be like $25, $30. Now it's gone upwards. Okay, and some part in Bangladesh they're selling it for $75 to $80. So yes, it's kind of pricey. So this is supposed to be representing a hockey puck, and those who do not know, I didn't know what hockey puck was, because yeah, I'm not from a colder country. So ice hockey basically is what they call hockey in States and Canada, and they use this something like this, that shapes like this, just to play, like you play cricket or football. So you use a ball. Excuse me, absolutely sorry, I forgot to turn off the sound of the laptop. So yes, it's supposed to represent hockey puck first of all, and that's why it's a collector's item, like Mark said as well. Like if you're a collector, you want to get this. Also, surprising factor is not just Mark and Pep. I saw Greggy Boy, Greg. He's from UK, one of my absolute favorite reviewers. I love his work, love his work, alongside Dan Norton and my good friend Mr. Matt. Okay, so Fragrance Matt. So they all love this fragrance, and let's see why. So this thing at the side, the bottle, looks really cool. It's like previously when it came out first, I heard there used to be like a one uniform body that used to have the sprayer with there's no cap, and they had some issues because it started spraying and stuff, some issues, so they had to change the design. So that is the first change they made to this fragrance. Then they had to they reformulated this fragrance. The many people said kill the beauty and whatnot, but most of the people told me this was never a long-lasting beast kind of perfume. It's just the smell which is special. So what is special about this fragrance? The note of rubber. And many of you will be like, why would I like to smell like rubber? That's what I started thinking when I started my game at first. I was like thinking, why would people like to smell like rubber, like smoke? It didn't make sense to me. Now I learned a few things. And just one last thing before I start, that is, First time I sniffed this fragrance was 2005 or 6 when I was in university. I was like like almost finishing my studies. One of these younger guys came. He was like kind of from a wealthy family, so we used to use like mostly Hugo Boss or like usual fragrance that we get as a gift. This guy used to have huge collection, like he used to have Clinic Happy, this, and a lot of fragrance in his collection. When I sniffed it in a hot summer's day, I sprayed. I kind of liked it, but it was so tame. That's what my memory was. And I was like, and he told me he doesn't like it. He's like, if you like it, you take it. I don't like wearing this because the moment I spray, I go to class, it's gone. So yes, there's a reason for it. The reason is this is a cold weather fragrance. This is not hot weather fragrance. It's not a longevity beast, and it is right in the middle. Love it or hate it. It's a very daring fragrance. Okay, just like Fahrenheit, Narciso Rodriguez for him, EDT, or even Midnight in Paris. Not many people are a fan of it. This stuff, there are a lot of huge fans, a lot of huge haters. So here you go. So this is the cap. It has detailing all over, as you can see. Don't want to talk about it, must have seen it. And it says black right in the middle of the cap. And this thing actually feels like rubber. This is supposed to represent a tire also, I guess. The smell of tire, something like a rubbery material that you cut and you smell fresh, you know, like a car seat, you know, stuff like that. When you take it out, it's not when you pick it up, no problem. But when you take it out, that's how the atomizer looks like. Cap is very, very heavy. Good quality cap. All right. So let's spray this and let's see how this fragrance smells, okay? Let's see. Hand is empty after the shower and everything. Very good spray. Let's go one spray. Usual routine with this fragrance, I think you need not to go a lot, because if you're thinking to project, this is not kind of fragrance I would reach for to project. This kind of fragrance I would like to reach for on a very romantic setup, and it's supposed to be a mild kind of a, you know, moderate sort of a projection, longevity. So yeah, I'm not gonna like actually suggest you like go 16 sprays with it just to project, okay? Yeah, so how many spray? I think I'll go like 2 on the south side of my neck, 2 here, and maybe perhaps 1 here and 1 on my shirt or somewhere, like 3 to 4 sprays tops. Season to wear it, I think cold weather, perhaps not intense winter, but early winter, fall, spring, you know, where there's a little bit cool, there's no sunshine. I mean, there's sunshine, but there's no humidity and heat, okay? Age for it, mature sun. This is not everybody's cup of tea. Here is the thing. It is not for everybody. This is not for teenagers. It is perhaps for people over 25. Just picking my number. Is it a unisex fragrance? Absolutely. This is one of the unisex fragrance. I think so. So it opens up, people say, with that note of tea. Okay, Fragrantica I saw like few days back. Do I get tea? I mean, to my nose there is no tea, black tea, like you know, whatever tea, like, you know, if you think of what are the teas there, like fruity tea, you know, or you think like Earl Grey tea. None of that. I don't get that tea note particular in this fragrance. What I get from it is a intense sweetness right in the opening, and it does remind me a little bit of Midnight in Paris. They're kind of similar in that way, but it has a little bit, some people say refinement over Midnight in Paris. Some people say Midnight in Paris is much better. So there is difference in opinion. I think this is kind of like a powdery kind of opening with a lot of tonka, sweetness, and perhaps a little bit of that, you know, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's kind of like a vanilla musky, kind of like a powdery sort of sweet dreamy opening that you also get from these 2 fragrances. I mean, on the dry down they're more similar, but if you are familiar with Prada Black, Luna Rossa Black, and Prada Luna Rossa Extreme, these 2 on the dry down, I think Sebastian Zara also said that, I think kind of on the same ballpark. And if you're familiar a little bit of, again, Chanel Allure Sport or Extreme, the kind of the vanilla musky dry down, this one has that. So it also has the notes of leather. It will leather and the rubber, this rubber. Do I get rubber from it? Yes. It has that rubbery feel to it, but many people wouldn't pick it up. People just, it smells sweet, powdery, that's it. Tonka and leather, that's it. But I think it has a little bit of spices, just a mild bit of spices, just like the Prada one is. So it makes it kind of like a mild, gentlemanly wearing. It's very cozy. Cold weather, it may seem mysterious, but it doesn't seem like it just got released. It has that 90s era feel, okay? So yeah, it takes you back, you know, if you have used it as signature scent like Pep did. And I think one of my brother, Bvlgari in Bangladesh, he loves this fragrance. He took a decant from me. He says he really likes this fragrance. So yeah, there is a difference opinion, Midnight in Paris or this. I'll do a comparison video which one I like, but this one doesn't beat Midnight in Paris in one category, that is the performance. This fragrance doesn't last all that long, and that's the fact. I have used it many times. It's good, it's not really poor, like you apply it, it's gone, but after 1 hour or so it comes very close to the skin, perhaps a reformulation, whatnot. But I'm just gonna suggest, do not overlook this fragrance just because its performance is not the best. Okay, this is something that you can wear to smell different. It doesn't smell like Versace Eros or Invictus. It's just a little bit different. So something from the past. It's a goodie. Okay, so it's a classic. It's like if you're a collector, you can collect it for the bottle. The smell is really distinctive. It kind of is laid back, good for dating, perhaps going out at night with guys. You know, if you're gonna be smoking, this fragrance is gonna be destroyed, right? So do not, if you're a smoker, do not use this fragrance. Go for something heavier. Projection from it, I do not get so much projection from it. I can detect it around me. Like if I use it on my neck, my shirt, or my arm, I can get, you know, if the weather is a little bit cool, I can detect it. But I think if you smell it on a girl or a lady, it's gonna smell much more sexier. That's just my opinion. So overall assessment, longevity on this is like kind of 6 out of 10. Projection is gonna be like 5.5. It's not the best projector. So those category, it's kind of takes a beating, like a hit. Smell wise, I like it. I really like it because I love Midnight in Paris, and it's kind of like 75 to 80% similar, which is differences. More you wear them side by side, you tend to find the differences. It might get a little bit cloying to your nose. It might disturb your nose if you do not enjoy the note of rubber or tonka or whatever is in it. It can get a little bit cloying, so it may come off as a little bit too mature. So that's the only downfall, and doesn't last on the summer's days, right? So this fragrance is for collectors. That's what I feel, and it's nice fragrance, nice little fragrance to wear once in a while to surprise people, you know. Let's say once in 2 months, once in a month, you just wear it. Just go out and meet someone, you might be kind of interesting smelling, right? So overall this fragrance, the smell, I'll give it 8, very good smell, but it's not for everybody. It's kind of like a love it or hate it, as I said. Versatility, right in the half, like 5 out of 10, because you shouldn't wear this in the hot summer's day. Overall this fragrance, I'm gonna give it based on the merit of this fragrance, the presentation, what it comes with, and let's say if you take longevity and all those things considered, I'll give it like 7.5 out of 10. Okay, the only reason that's stopping me to give it like more 8 or something, because the smell is nice, bottle is nice. 2 reasons. One thing is it's now pricey for a 75 ml. Second thing is this fragrance, the longevity might disappoint you, right? But it's a try, it's not a pass, it's not a must buy. Okay, Bvlgari Black, it's a classic indeed. I'll do a comparison video with Midnight in Paris, and I'll let you know my thoughts. You guys know how much I love this, but perhaps the difference will be clear in the next video. Everybody take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.